Hello guys, it's your boy here, Dan Crusher, coming to you straight from Vibes Jamaica studio. Um, when I just started out using Ezdrummer, I was having some challenge in terms of getting to split my MIDI channels and to get them on separate MIDI tracks so that I could bounce them out individually and so forth. So for example, you know that in Ezdrummer, the toms they are grouped, and if you want to add certain processing to them, then you may have some challenges or even EQ them a certain way. So I couldn't really find any tutorial on YouTube or so that could assist me with that. So I eventually figured out a nice and cool little way to break them into their separate MIDI tracks, because not all of us can really play the live VST like that and accurately. So most time we create drum tracks, we do them in parts. So I'm just gonna show you a little drum track that I created here before we proceed to showing you how to get it done. Yeah, so there you go. This is just a sketch for the sake of this tutorial. So as you can see here, I have this split in 1, 2, 3 segments. So let's say I'm not great at playing the MIDI instrument on my keyboard, so let's say I created this in 3 different parts. So this would be like my intro, then body of my rhythm, my jump section, yeah, and a little roll over here. I created this part to show you all the toms. So what we're gonna do, first step is to group this. So we're gonna group all the drum parts. That's step 1. Then we're gonna treat this as our original drum. So what we're gonna do now, we're going to clone this or copy it, so we can make this unique and rename it original drum. Okay, so let's use that as our original. So we're gonna experiment on this one, because you don't want to have a valuable drum track and then you try to do certain things with it and then you end up losing it or so. So let's say we're gonna do our experiment using this copy of it. So what we're gonna do now, go to FL Studio Channel Rack. I have already went ahead and created a second copy of Ezdrummer. So let's double check if there is any pattern on it. And no. Alright, so this now, what we're gonna do is take a copy of this original drum. We're gonna take a copy, Control C, Control V, and paste it. Yeah, paste it onto the second instance of Ezdrummer. So then next step is for you to create a folder on your desktop or on your hard drive, because what we're going to do, we are going to go inside here, and these from here you can see your separate kit pieces. For example, this is our, let's load up Ezdrummer so you can see the interface. So as you can see, this is our kick drum here, our snare. Those are all our different kit pieces. So what we're gonna do now, I already went ahead and I created a, I'm gonna create a folder here. It's not allowing me to delete that. Alright, we're gonna create a new folder that we're going to store our MIDI files into. So let's call this MIDI. MIDI drums. Okay, so let that sit there. So back, so let's take you back from the beginning now. We're going to hop into this drum pattern from here. Let's turn on my keyboard so I can interact to show you correctly. So this is, I'm pressing my kick drum. So what I'm gonna do now, you're gonna highlight all. You're gonna highlight all. Then for the kick drum that we need, what we're gonna do, we're going to deselect it. So Control Shift on Windows, and you press the key there with your mouse and you deselect. So what you can do now is just delete all the remaining highlighted notes. Cool. Then we move over here up onto the upper left hand corner to this drop down arrow here. When you press here, then you go to File and you come over onto the menu, then you are going to export MIDI file. So what this is going to do now, it is going to break all the MIDI, the drum parts, into their separate pieces. So we rename this kick drum and we save. So our kick drum MIDI notes, they are all break and into their separate channel now. So you can do now is Control Z to get back all the remaining, and Control Z again just to keep them highlighted. So now we are going to move to our snare. So this is one of the snare row or snare channel. This is our side 8. So what we're gonna do, Control Shift again, highlight the snare, and Control Shift again, highlight that. Then we're just gonna delete the remaining MIDI notes that we don't need right now. And then you go up onto the, then you go up to the upper left and right hand corner, and that drop down arrow, you go to File, Export MIDI, and you continue this until you have completed all your kit pieces. So this is snare. We save that there. Control Z again, and there we get back all our MIDI notes. So we have done kick, we have done snare, and our snare side. So kit, the snare, center and side, and and the stick. This is basically snare, just the same. So you keep these on one track. So now we are going to move on to the hi-hat. Up here we have our hat. So there. This is our open hi-hat. So what we're gonna do again, Control Shift, highlight, 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 and we're gonna delete the remaining MIDI notes that we don't need. And we go up again, up onto the upper right, left hand corner, export as MIDI. Then we rename this hat, our hi-hat, and we save. Now come back onto the piano roll, Control Z, just to get back all the notes that we had deleted. So now we're gonna move on to the toms. So this is tom 1. So this is a crash, but we're gonna do the toms first. So tom 1 here, Control Shift, click on the note, the piano note here to get it highlighted. And then we are going to delete the remaining MIDI notes that we don't need. And once again, we repeat the procedure. So call this tom 1. And I'm just going to go through quickly now and complete it for you, just to get to the next step. So this is tom 2. Press the piano note using my mouse. And we're gonna delete the remaining notes that we don't need. Control Z to get back there what we deleted. Tom 1, tom 2, tom 3. Just going to export that. This should be tom 4. So actually, if you pull up Ezdrummer, you would see that even though I have 2 different MIDI notes here in 2 different keys channel, you'll realize that we are still hitting tom 3. 1. So it's the same drum we are hitting. So these can actually be on the same tom channel. So we're gonna treat it as such. So now we're going to delete the remaining notes. Go again. Export as tom 1, 2, 3. we end up with tom 4 because in Ezdrummer, the toms are grouped, but when you press different keys on the keyboard, then you get a varied tone, a different tom tone. So for example, let's try and show you this. So just look at how, for example, this is tom 1 here, corresponding right here. Then we have tom 2 right here. The same tom 2 correspond. The same tom 2 correspond here. Then you have tom. Yes, so you can decide how you want to break them, but it's just the idea behind doing this. Okay. So now we're at crash. Alright. So this is what I use as the crash. We're gonna highlight that, delete the remaining, then we're gonna file, export, and crash. And we save that. So now we have successfully break all our MIDI parts into their separate MIDI channels. Okay, so we can close this now. We can actually delete this now. So what we're gonna do now, I'm going to go back into FL Studio, piano roll. You can actually delete this secondary pattern now. Just select it there and come over here and you delete. So we still have our original here. What we're gonna do, again, we're gonna bring up back the piano, the channel rack. So this second instance of Ezdrummer is what we're going to bring back the MIDI file that we break into. So now you can go up here and you create a new track. So we're gonna call this kick. So we're gonna bring in our kick file here. To bring it here, what we will need to do is open Ezdrummer, go up to the upper left hand corner of Ezdrummer where you see this drop down arrow here, click on it, then you go to piano roll. You can only get to put a fresh pattern into Ezdrummer piano roll if you had created a new empty pattern in FL Studio here. So we have done that. So now we can click here and we get an empty sheet into Ezdrummer. So now we get this empty sheet. We're gonna go up top again. Same place. We're not going to export this time. We are going to import. So we're gonna import our kick drum. So we open that and it automatically enters into Ezdrummer. It's now in Ezdrummer. We'll just copy it here into FL Studio. So we're just gonna create some empty space for the remaining MIDI parts that we're going to take in. So we take in our kick. We're gonna be taking in the snare next. Our kick hat snare. So we're gonna take in the hat. again, we come back to Ezdrummer, piano roll. We have the piano roll here. Go up top, piano roll file. We're going to import MIDI. So we're actually taking back the MIDI file into Ezdrummer. So we're taking in the hi-hat. You can close this now. You just tap it there with your mouse to use your jar tool to get it into FL Studio. Secondly, we are going to bring in our snare. So we go up into FL Studio and we create a new pattern. So you can create that here or over here, by the way. And you rename a pattern. So we're going to take in snare. You enter that. Come back to Ezdrummer. Up the left hand corner, that arrow there, you go to piano roll. You go up to the upper left hand corner of the piano roll again. File. Import MIDI file. We're taking in our snare. Click on it. Open. And it automatically enters into Ezdrummer. Just gonna use our pencil tool here and just click it inside FL Studio. Secondly, we are going to be taking in our toms. So let's rename that Tom 1. Piano roll. File import. So Tom 1, open. Click there. Create some more space. We're going to be bringing in Tom 2. And by now you should get the idea of what I'm really trying to do and show you. So go back to Ezdrummer, piano roll, file, import, Tom 2. There we go. This is the MIDI up there. You just click there. Tom 3. Back to Ezdrummer, piano roll. And up there. Import again. Tom 3. Open that. Automatically appears into Ezdrummer. There. Get it into FL Studio. Because of how we break the toms and the different tone that it gives, I break it not only just by the kit piece but by the tone. Yeah, so by the tone it sounds like a different tom. So it sounds like we have 4 different tom. So now we're gonna take in our tom 4. Save that. There we go, tom 4. We're just clicking that. One more piece left to come in, and that's our crash cymbal. So go back to FL Studio again, create a empty pattern. Because without creating this empty pattern, you won't be able to get access to Ezdrummer piano roll like that. So now we can access it. Now we created the empty pattern into FL Studio. Now we can access Ezdrummer piano roll with a clean sheet. Now we're going to import again our crash cymbal. So that's the last one. We have taken in all of these already. So we're gonna take in our crash, and there we go. So now we can close this. Can close here, and now this is our original drum. we can actually close that. Well, first let's listen how the original drum did sound. Alright, so there we go. So now we are going to mute this. So now, as you can see, this Ezdrummer won't be playing anymore. We can actually delete this. Which will remove this original pattern as well. So now, as you can see, just one instance of Ezdrummer. Let's go up to our pattern cycle here, our selector, and you can see we're going to cycle through all our MIDI parts. So there they are. You look here, you see the MIDI parts moving. Okay, so here's our kick, hat, snare, tom, 2, 3, and 4, and a crash. Alright, so we're gonna play it now and see. You're gonna hear that it's the same. So nothing has really changed. Yeah, so there we go, guys. We have successfully break all our MIDI parts. So now we can control your kick separate from your snare or your hi-hat and your toms. You can render them now, giving them their separate channel or wave files. Yeah, all from one instance of Ezdrummer. So there we go. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a like, and you can also subscribe for future releases. It's your boy Dan Crusher representing for BTR Studio.